up, everyone? Thanks for joining me on D's Analysis. We're going to be looking at MicroStrategy today. We've been running down this trend line since the blow off top in November, towards the end of November. We've given it 3 touches. We've pushed back down, and we're bouncing off of the long-term trend line and channel that we spoke about previously. We've already had multiple touches. It's been respecting it pretty well. Still have this support underneath us at this range of 235 to 230. Taking a look here at the Bollinger Bands. On the daily, we're at the bottom band. Hopefully we get a move up quicker to the blue line. On the weekly, we're looking good on the Bollinger Band. Showing a little bit of rejection off of it, trying to get a bounce. Hopefully it continues up and we can make that move to the middle part of the channel. In terms of the SMA, we're underneath the 20, but we're still above the 50 and the 200. We got what you could probably call a bounce or touch off of the 50, but you have a lot of support underneath you. You got the 50-week moving average. You have the long-term channel / trend line underneath you. You have a horizontal support level as well. So there's a lot of things underneath price at the moment. On the daily, we are getting a bounce off the 200-day, which is a strong level of resistance and support, depending on where it is relative to price. At this time, it's support. So that's an additional thing which we call confluence, when you have multiple things that are showing the same bias. So if you have the horizontal level of support along with the SMA underneath you, with the trend line underneath you, those are all supporting price for it to go up. So that's confluence. They're all together. When we take a look at the MACD, we are very bearish on the weekly. We're actually picking up momentum. So hopefully this starts to curl back up and we don't even break down below. Hopefully we get something like this where it was curling downward and then, pushing downward, and it started to curl back up. And that's where we got the crazy run through September all the way to the end of November. Hopefully we can get a repeat of that. You know, it all varies on Bitcoin and what Bitcoin wants to do. Looking at the RSI, we've just been going down on the weekly. We haven't hit major oversold territory yet on the weekly. On the daily, we've actually already hit that oversold level, beyond oversold. We were down to 28. We pushed up, and now we're currently at about 38 or so, but price is almost at the same level. So it's showing an increase in the RSI. As you can see, we have a mini uptrend, right? We've had a couple touches going upward, and price is at the same level. So maybe that's a good sign. That shows that we're getting stronger, but price hasn't even reflected that yet. So let's see how it plays out. Just something to take note of. And on the fib, we are still underneath the golden zone. We need to crack back above the golden zone and act as support so we can push back up. I'm going to take this fib and push it down even further, see where we're at. So if you take it from the bottom in January 2024 to the peak of November 2024, we are playing perfectly off the golden zone. We're still in the middle of it. So let's see how it plays out. I'll draw it out so everybody can see it clearly without all these lines. So we have a larger golden zone from January 2024 to November 2024, which adds to the confluence of everything else that's supporting price at the time, with SMAs, Bollinger Bands, trend lines, and the channel. So all of that combined with the golden zone should be a strong level of support. Let's see if we break underneath it. It all depends on Bitcoin. And we're going to take a look at the bull flag again. And if you measure up that move here, for anybody who hasn't seen this prior, maybe we get something like that to that 1,000 to 1,200 level. So measuring up that bull flag, it worked out the first time. When you measure the first bull flag to this last run up, it's pretty close. Not exact, but actually almost exact. And you take that to the next one, and it gave you an idea. If you were to look back here in September and you drew this out, you'd be pretty spot on. So hopefully we get another move just like that, and it lines up perfectly. That'd be fun to see. But it doesn't have to play out like that, of course. Anything can happen. Taking a look here at Bitcoin, we got very close to touching this previous high of March 11th. So this was the high at a time where we were riding down the trend line before we broke out, and we got very close to touching it. I wouldn't say it's a touch, but it's very close. So maybe we've seen the bottom, maybe we haven't. Maybe Bitcoin still has some more to bleed out, shake people out, shake up any leverage and get them out of the market before we run up higher. That's all I have for you guys today. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.